Blessed beloved, blessed day. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being loyal and watching. Today I want us to talk. I want us to have a conversation. And to what kind of spiritual leader you can go to and confide and what you need to do and why. A lot of people are crying that you are losing a lot of money. Some can be related basically to the way you are applying the instructions given to you. Some failure can be related to the wrong people that you are approaching without deeper knowledge and experience. And some other failure can be related to the fact that proper procedure have never been followed. So in the first point, what kind of spiritual person you need to confide in? Between us, avoid people who are learning spirituality in the internet. I'll avoid people without authentic, concrete foundations. We are not coming from truth. A true spiritual person with a calling and a ministry, they come from a generation of spiritualists. It's not something you just wake up and believe. That's why a lot of them are misleading people, and a lot of you are watching end up failing. When you go to an unqualified person claiming to have the qualifications, it becomes a challenge. They can accept to take the money you are giving to them. They can even offer to give you those services at a very lower cost, just because they don't know what to do. They don't understand what needs to be done and what it takes for that work to be done. So when we are selecting a spiritual person, there must be trace of family spirituality. Try to investigate into your conversation. Try to find out how many years experience do they have. Not necessary that they must put you in contact with their satisfied client, because even myself, I don't do it. The reason being, I prefer to keep my client privacy. And I know the requirement and principles of the vow that are made to become spiritualist master. Avoid spiritual people who are everywhere. They do not have identity. They do everything. I'll give you an example. All of you always see me with the ink. I'm a chemetic. So my specialty is in the chemetic spiritual field. I'm not moving from there. I can have knowledge of other practice, but I stick to mine. There's no way you're going to see me teaching other spirituality. I'm going to only focus on what I know, on where I'm mastered. So in our field as a chemetic, when we go to check for spiritual people, they need to be connected with nature. You must check around them if nature is present. There is no way someone with a calling will be comfortable to live far from nature. Spiritual people, they are not in noisy places. True spiritual people, you'll find them isolated and in isolated environment. Try to verify those kind of things. What is their connection with nature? How they respect nature itself, the sun, the moon, the plant, animals, Mother Earth, water. How they relate to those. Try to avoid people offering you immediate and quick solution without conducting a proper spiritual check upon your life. You complain that you see a lot of people, but there's no change. All of them, they are telling you the same thing, but no one is fixing the problem. It's true that they're telling you the same thing because what they're telling you is right. If all of them, they keep on telling you the same things, meaning what they're telling you is lie. Why they're telling you the same thing, they can't solve it. And they make you believe that you are united on that. I have a gentleman who have been watching my video for over 2 to 3 years. He didn't even talk to me. I think the first time I talked to him, no, 4 years, because the first time I talked to him was 2021, July. He only come and see me this year. When it come for me to conduct his reading, when I look at him, the spirit revealed to me what happened in his life. And what happened was nothing to compare to what they've been telling him. This man have lost his job, was in the verge of losing his marriage, breaking up, divorcing. This man found himself in debt that he doesn't even know how to start. This man was not looked upon, was rejected everywhere. When I was conducting the gentleman reading, it was revealed to me that the person was not having personal problems. Whatever issue that was affecting him, it was his interference with someone else's curse. You ask me how. So basically, the gentleman, when he was working, he helped someone who was in difficulty. In his understanding, it was the good things to do. All of us believe that. But what he didn't know, the person whom he was helping was the subject of a curse. And the errant spirit that was purchasing that person, the one they pursuing that person, now found that, no, this one is interfering with our due process of discharging our curse upon this individual. So we need to cut him out. We need to stop him. We need to make him unable to provide for this one in the future. So what happened is they start attacking him, they deviate him from his destiny. He started running for survival. That's why he was able to go and consult different people. Because he could notice, he could see that something's wrong. But he didn't understand the authenticity, the origin of what was happening in his life. It didn't make sense to him. But you could see that, no, things were going down. So, unfortunately for him, where he was going, they didn't help him much. They were telling him stories, they were taking money from him, but there was no change up until he lose everything. When he came to me, he was losing everything. Then after telling him the reading, I tell him, you give me, you go, I'm not giving you anything to use, I'm going to courier stuff to you. He left. I work the spirit, they guide me on what to give him. I tell him 21 days. After 21 days, he's just saying, I start working now. After how many years of jobless? And was afraid because he's in his 40s, going to his 50s. He might end up not qualified for employment for age. But because he did the right things, because he was provided with the right information and provided with the right ingredients, the gentleman is back to work. So now you can ask yourself that you have done this. You need to be careful. What you have used, who provided them to you? If you go to a spiritual person whom was supposed to help you, and you find out that he's going to buy stuff as well, else, somewhere else, the stuff that is supposed to work and you to give you, to work upon and give to you to them, so that you can use them. Give them to you, please. So that you can utilize them. But you notice that he become a media person. You need to avoid that person. The reason being, in each item, a spiritual leader, a spiritualist, a spiritual minister is giving out. That thing is empowered by him through the power in them. You need to be careful. What I'm giving is not only what you are seeing. And then if you just copy what you see and think whatever you find gonna do the same job, you'll be surprised. I always see people enriching business people. For example, around the CBD in Johannesburg, you're gonna notice that they acquired eight different spiritual shops. And when you find the people behind them, they don't believe in Kemetism. They don't believe in African spirituality. But what they do, they are selling African spiritual tools. People are attracted by the decoration. People are ignoring the necessity of the power that need to reside within those people, those items, those tools. There's a difference that from the ink that you buy from a shop or a street corner and the ink that is given to you by a Kemetic spiritualist. Power is not in items. Items are vehicles which carry the power that is put into them. I'll give you an example. When we check on the product, for example, you see this one. It's written, notice me. I think the camera is catching it. That says, notice me. Now, you just see notice me. You go to a shop. They put also a product called Notice Me. You grab it because you saw master teaching about it. When you look at mine, it have no brand. Because these are customized products that I make myself. So, if you go to buy any product that you see Notice Me, believing that Notice Me gonna do the work that I am saying my Notice Me gonna do, you're gonna lose your money. The reason being, my Notice Me are customized based on my client need. When someone comes to me, and before I give them notice me, for a relationship, for example, I need to conduct an example reading over the people. I need to identify what are the spiritual causes of their problems and what are the spiritual solutions. If these people image have been compromised, they dress them in a mask or they put them in a dark cloud in the shadow where they couldn't be noticed by the opposite gender. What I do, I start first by enable them to have a cleansing product, a bathing product, to remove the mask, to clear out the dark cloud. And then I give them notice me, which is customized for a love purpose. But now, when I receive someone whom they don't notice them at work for promotion, for gratification, for bonus, or they don't find employment, their notice me product will never be similar to the notice me of the one for love. When I'm dealing with an artist, a musician, their notice me will not be the similar one to the one for a public worker, for example. So you need to be careful. You're gonna see people who claim to be spiritualists. They go out and shop. They don't shop the content of the product. They are shopping the name. I'll give you another example. For example, when you are checking this one, what it say? Love me more. Yeah. Love me more perfume. I hope you can see. I hope you can see. The camera catch it? Okay. The camera can catch it. The camera can catch it. Let me see. Love me more perfume. Okay. You can see it. Now, you go, you find it in the shop, you buy Love Me perfume. You expect it to start having effect. Who told you, one, that they put the correct mixture inside? It's not about the scent. It's not about the container. It's about the content. The container, the name is nothing. The content, what has been mixed, and for which purpose. It can be Love Me more for your family. It can be Love Me more between your friends. It can be for your love life. It can be at your workplace. It can be for your employees. It can be for your area, your community, your teammates. So now, when you go and buy Love Me more, you go on my online shop, for example. You put www.kemetic spiritual, spiritual kemetic tools.shop. Yes, www.kemetic spiritual tools.shop. That's my online platform where I'm selling the product. So you go there, you just choose. When you choose, obviously, when I have a chat, we're going to need to interact with you. The reason being, we need to understand the purpose of the one that you want, so that before we courier it, is customized based on your needs. A love me more for a husband cannot be the same one for a boyfriend, cannot be the same one for a fling, cannot be the same one for an acquaintance, cannot be the same one for a sibling, for your children, for your employee, for your friends, for your family. So if you, as the person in need, you go to the wrong person who's using the wrong material, I hope you understand that they're going to lead you wrongly. So that is why you are failing. You go to people without experience. You go to people who are speaking a lot without actions. You go to people who are marketing with a lot of people giving testimony, which you end up not even remembering. True spiritual people, they don't expose their clients. My grandmother never exposed their client. My grandfather never exposed their client. When people are coming to seek help from me, it's not for me to bring them on the screen or call upon their name to convince you. No. If you see a spiritual person furnishing too much effort to convince you that is the right one, start working out. We're kind of arrogant because we understand the power in me. I know the power in me. I'm not coming to beg you. I will never do that. I will never do that. It's your choice. I'm putting the information out there. You take it, you leave it. It is your choice. What I'm doing, I'm fulfilling my mission and purpose as a Kemetic spiritualist master. That will never hear me ask people to believe in me. I'm shooting out there. Learn from it. So avoid people who are selling all the solutions without a trajectory. People who are easing things without a proper plan. People who are not able to build up ingredients that work and deliver, but they need to rely on marketing names with their only eating makeup on top and convincing you that they're going to work. Stuff that have been sold in the shop, they are for marketing purposes, especially physical shops, because those are spiritual items. Not everyone needs to have access to them. Not everyone needs to touch them. But you are buying something that people who are even unclean have access to touch. And you expect those things to go and work and give you results. You're going to spend money until you get tired. Spiritual medicines and spiritual illness, it must be prescribed by a proper qualified spiritual person. And that the administration of whatever they are providing you shall be guided by their instructions and supervisions. Don't become autodidact in spirituality. You're going to lose up until you're going to attract a lot of bad luck upon yourself for nothing. Yes, you're going to attract a lot of bad luck for yourself for nothing. When we're preparing things, when we are working on ingredients, I'll give you another example. You can see this one. Financial attraction. Yeah. Financial attraction. You go to the shop, you find a financial attraction. You decide to use it. You don't believe in Kemetism. You are not aware of the mixture that are done. You don't know whose kind of financial target are we talking about. But you assume that because the financial target, you are in financial need, you also qualify. There are certain items, when you see spiritualists master putting them in the shop, they are not cheaper because they are not meant for the common public. They are meant for awakened and enlightened, initiated people. Those who understand why they need them. And those ones, when they come to us, we give them the link. We say, go to this link and choose from there. And I prescribe them what to take. There are other ingredients. Before you use them, we must consult with you. They can solve your problems, but we need to customize them to your level of energy. Otherwise, they can be lower than your level, or they can be more than your level. And that is why there are people who are getting this kind of shock. There was a lady in Zambia who ordered my stuff. This young lady asked, are you sure? I don't know, maybe she thought that I was joking or she was fooling someone. She paid even half of the money. I send her my stuff to use. There was too much challenge for those stuff to reach a town where she was living. Because she was not in Lusaka, the capital city. So we had to go deeper. End of the day, it reached to her. When she started using, she felt the level of power which she never felt, that she decided to leave. So tell me, somebody like that was ready to solve their problem. Maybe she was used to chances. When we're a spiritualist master, we know which work we are taking and why. Today, people are watching me all over the world. Even you who are watching me in Nigeria, in Kenya, in the United States, Canada, UK, Belgium, France, Luxembourg, Japan, Thailand, China, Korea, South Africa, Congo, Mozambique, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Central Africa, Ivory Coast. Yeah, the country that I'm naming, those are the countries that are most watching. Australia as well have come into the line as well. When you are watching all over there, it's because there are people also there. They are utilizing my product. I make a lot of ingredients which are not necessarily being made public, but they are there to help you solve your problems. And they are quite spiritualist people like myself who are qualified, who are not there to make their publicity, but are there to empower and awaken you and support you. Avoid cheap people, avoid sweet talkers. Support our caprices as long as you're looking for a solution. We might be the key or the answer to your questions, the solution to your problems. But don't be distracted by your ego. We like medical doctor. When you are sick, you're gonna wait for us until we receive you and help you. And true spiritual people will always be busy doing rituals, busy consulting, busy empowering, teaching, guiding, and government. So I believe you learn how to choose a proper spiritual person for your assistance. If you got more questions, please feel free to comment. Ask in the comment, I'm going to assist you, I'm going to answer you. ask in the comments. Or you can inbox me on WhatsApp, or you can write to me on Telegram. You can call me directly. My contact here is still your best servant, Spiritualist Morokwe Kyungu, Spiritualist Master. Remain blessed. Don't forget to like, to comment, to share, subscribe. Remain blessed. Thank you very much.